Are we rolling? Okay. Hi. Don't know why I said that. I'm the only one in the room. I'm the one that pressed record. So I assume we, who is I, are rolling. This is the latest and greatest JAMEEL RAWLS commentary video. I haven't been around since I released that video about the terrorist attacks. Partly because I can't. If I'm going to record anything, it's going to be about these endless attacks. And it's pointless just giving them all coverage. We all know what this is. And I'm not even going to get into that before I get into the media sickness and all that crap. Anyway, but I've also been away because of work. And mainly because of work. But I've got a few days off. Huzzah! So, I'm hoping I'll definitely be releasing something in the coming days that I did with a podcast partner that I may finally have. To do with that Cooking with Jack show. We recorded it a few nights ago. Be definitely working on how we record the podcast and everything, because we did it through Skype and the quality isn't the greatest. It's not the worst. The content turned out to be okay. It's a bit like the JAMEEL RAWLS videos, but with some idiot who can't cook called Jack. And then we're going. I'm also going to be doing with my new podcast partner. Something on JAMEEL RAWLS and probably his latest videos, so we just sort of like continue on where I left off, just to get another perspective on Jameel, perhaps, but just to make sure once and for all, just to make sure it's not me and the nuts that watch my videos on him that are actually crazy. Make sure it's not us. Make sure that is actually him. Get one more other person in to just confirm to us that this man is now, in my opinion, which is why I'm doing the video today, is becoming dangerously insane. But yeah, so I won't be going through like his running, gang stalking, martial arts, etc. JAMEEL RAWLS video, or his I made your baby and my baby communist leader famous, ha 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 video. I will be covering them with James, whereas today I'm going to be covering these videos. Is most recent too, because it's especially the most recent one. I had to download it because even though he never removes any of his videos, no matter how poorly he comes off in them, I still download them and rip them from YouTube just to make sure. Let's listen to the latest one. It's called JAMEEL RAWLS vs gang stalking over a woman. Now, the people who've been following this for a while, he was obsessed with some girl, ended with and he completely I think he talked to her once, and spoke to her once, which was probably like hi or something like that. Never spoke to her, invented an entire relationship and connection between them. In his mind, went crazy over it when she got a boyfriend and drove past him in a car, which led to this weird thing, an obsession, like psychotic thing with cars and yelling at cars and cars with headlights on stalking him. It's just it's a very weird thing. And then he said that he forgot about her. He was going to move to the woods. He didn't care about her anymore. Then he sent her flowers to say sorry. The police came round, so then he left for Phoenix. Then came with this whole gang stalking thing. I'm getting gang stalked because of Jim Jones and the flower girl. Came back, insisted again. He didn't even care about her anymore. I'm out there getting all his fat ass booty with a beast on her back though. And now in this video, he pretty much just confirms that he loves her. He's back. He's just obsessed with her now. Couldn't even go around some other woman's house. So once again, if you live in Michigan, ring the police. Okay, this is getting dangerous. They're not going to take me seriously. They're going to answer the phone and go, some idiot from England's ringing about some YouTube video. I don't know. Someone from the community needs to stop this. I'm telling you, before it goes too far. He's not listening to anyone. He hasn't been listening to anyone for a long time. Let's go.
Hey, hey, people, what's up? It's Jameel. And okay, so I'm going through this new phase in the gang stalking program. Now, it's over for me in the program. I beat the program, but now I'm competing. Now I'm competing against. Basically, I'm competing against the whole family for over a female. Now, I'm not even competing against the family. It's like I'm competing against the gang stalking program for the family almost. The gang. Okay, there's this female, not like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, just something about we have like a deep attraction with each other. And, you know what I mean? I just come to the conclusion, man, I just love this fucking female. Like, when I came back...
We have a deep attraction to each other. Baseless. I'll tell you what, that's based on looks. Okay? Now, I'm not saying there won't be a look from somebody that has a deep attraction to you, but there has to be more than that, Jameel. There has to be some sort of contact. But a family won't let me have, maybe because you send her flowers and you stare at her, and quite clearly by some of your recent stories, she tries to avoid you. She's walking up the street, she sees you, she turns back. And I can tell she didn't want to turn back. She did want to turn back, Jameel. She did.
From Phoenix, I had erased it out of my mind. I was just like, fuck it. And then she started showing all this excitement and more attraction to me, and then she seemed like she was sad or whatever. And so I'm just like, man, that's my fucking baby, right? And so the gang stalking program is manipulating the family, and it first started last summer. I was in the gang stalking program. I didn't even know it yet, but I was text messaging somebody on the phone. I was telling them about the girl. I was saying, yeah, well, there's one girl on the street. She had introduced herself to me, a couple years back, but she was 17 at the time. Now she's a little bit older. Some might be able to come out of this.
Math still doesn't work out on that, by the way. From what he said, I can't remember exactly what it was in his on videos a few months ago, but I don't believe that she was 17. Younger.
I'm just like, okay, fuck it. She's riding in the car with some guy. It's over for that. And so I move on my business, and a big thing in the winter transpired where I had said a bunch of stuff negatively about the family and the girl.
I want her to die.
It was just, I had a lot of other things going on. It was a very complex situation. But I felt bad about what happened, so I sent the girl flowers.
The flower girl.
But twice.
Twice? I didn't even know that, see?
Her happiness, right? I'm just like, man, I can't stand to see her sad. That's one thing, is I can't do that. I can't.
Then go, move away.
I can't stand to see her sad. And so I send her, the family, through the gang stalking program, they send the fucking police over my house talking about, the girl, she moved away. They didn't say, she sent the flowers or whatever. She said she moved away. And they had one cop was there. He knew exactly what was going on. He was involved with the gang stalking program. But the cop he had tell me that was some fucking rookie cop that didn't know anything. And then my mother's sitting there looking at me like, what the fuck? First you're talking about Jim Jones and the CIA, then you're talking about people are trying to kill you, now you're saying people are gang stalking you, now you're sending people flowers that don't even live there. And so I've been going through fucking nothing but just challenges and strife over this fucking female, man. And, I invested so much, it's just like, after all this stuff, I was even outside yelling to her that I loved her and stuff, and then her family manipulates her through the gang stalking program, and she doesn't want to do it, but she does it. And then, like today, when she was driving by me, she was in the car with the gang stalker, she just fucking ducked all the way down in the seat. I couldn't even see anybody in the seat. I'm like, damn. And then earlier, before that, the guy's looking at me, and they're supposed to be having the girl looking at me, but the guy's looking at me. And I'm like, why are you fucking looking at me? I don't love you, I love her. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
But she
all
the way down. Then earlier that day, I saw her, she was in the car, it looked like...
Like, what sort of insanity is this? What sort of, mental illness? Such... Again, it's that, sociopath thing. Just a complete... That guy, her boyfriend, probably. Probably the person, one of the people that she cares most about in the world. Is there any empathy there? You have a friend and their spouse or their boyfriend or girlfriend dies. Like, don't you feel bad? Like, for both of them? Not Jameel. All that matters is her.
It was the
Because
same guy. The gang
that's what
stalking
matters to
program
him.
Paired her, right? They pair her with all these different people. They find person over person over person and try to agitate me. And I was coming from a position, I was just like, I mean, if she doesn't want, if she doesn't want to do it, that's fine. I don't care, man. If
bullshit.
the gang stalking program
You can't fucking let it go.
family is more important. Like, don't get me wrong. I love her family. I don't got any problem with her family. But if what the gang stalking program is promising her family,
I think one of the lines of the century is coming up, by the way.
that to me is more important than being with me. I'm like, okay, then fuck it then. That's what it is. But she just doesn't want to do it, and they're trying to force her to do something she doesn't want to do. And I'm just like, man, that's my fucking baby. I'll fight an elephant for her.
That's my baby. I'd fight an elephant for her. Oh, I don't want to say it, but everyone knows what I was going to say. Come on, man. Wait. You delete it, edit it. If I said something like that, I'd write it down here. 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Edit that out. You sound like a moron. Man, I fight an elephant for her.
And the other people they got riding with her, they pair these people up. They don't care nothing about her. These motherfuckers are hustling and making a few extra dollars on the side. They don't love her. They don't care nothing about her. I've had to go through fucking all kinds of stuff over this female, man. I work fucking...
It's all self-imposed. Nobody did anything to you. You took it really, really hard, and then you punished yourself. And you make up all this fucking insane stuff to justify this non-existent relationship. This non-connection. This person that you do not know. Who's her favourite band, Jameel? What's her favourite TV show? What's her grandmother's name? You know her mother's name, I know that, because he used to shout, "Hey!" whatever her mother's name is. "Daughter, I love you!" Oh dear. Like, where's this going from? This is why I'm doing this video. It's like, where do we go from here? Because remember when I said all this fantasy he's conducting, and it's helping him work out, it's helping him get laid, it's in a bizarre way, even though God knows what the hell's going on there. When the walls crack, when this illusion of a world that he has created where he is the centre, and therefore all those negative things that he was dealing with before, they don't matter anymore because he's the centre of the world, he's famous, all these people know who he is, he can manipulate it to get what he wants in the end, and when he tests it, when he tries to get what he really, really, really wants, that he denied that he really wanted, because he didn't want to test it, because deep down he knows that this is a false reality. And when those cracks appear, I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. You can hear it. You can hear it in the tone of his voice. You can hear it in the little references and comments that he makes. This is a dangerous situation that people aren't taking seriously, by the way, and especially a lot of the people who leave positive comments on his videos. So let's listen. Okay.
This is 2016. Guys don't do the kinds of stuff I did for a female. And I'm looking at it like, I'm coming this last year, man. So much stuff has happened. And I'm ready to say, I wasn't even interested. She still, when I came back from Phoenix, she still didn't want to do it. She's still holding her head down in the car and doesn't want to do it and all this stuff.
Holding her head in the car, hiding from Jameel, not wanting to look at him in the face. To Jameel, that's all evidence that she's part of the gang stalking program. rather than what it obviously is. She's scared of him because he comes off, and he is, as completely delusional and crazy. And people like that, as good as they are, can do very horrible things for what they perceive in their minds as being for, you know, just reasons, or for just cause.
And I'm just, you know, in my mind, I'm just like, well, if you don't want to do it, then why the fuck are you doing it? But then at the same time, now I see the pressure she's under. The family has extremely tight hold on her, and there's something about her where they look at it like, oh, you know, we can use. If the gang stalking program observed me talking to another female, they would be trying to do the same thing with that female and her family.
Well, what about the women that you fuck at the hotels? Are they doing that to them? Well, I do remember that one woman, the gang stalker. You know, I had her in there all rough and everything. Had her screaming all that. And then she left, though. And I couldn't stop her. And then she moved hotel room. Floors down. And Jameel's just like, why? What do you think, Jameel?
And last night I was talking on the phone to my friend Steve. I was saying, yeah, her little brother looks at her brother, the oldest brother, I think he's still her little brother. I'm like, he looks at me different. He looks at me different.
He's talking about the girl's brother there.
The gang stalking program heard that and went back and tried to use him against me today. They say, you know, if you see Jameel or whatever, you know, don't wave at him. No, look, I'm like, you know, what the fuck? The guy, you know, obviously, there was something there where he didn't feel there was an issue, but I don't care. I love her brother still the same. You know, if anybody ever tried to do anything to him, I'd be there for him no matter what happened. I'm not going to let anything change my view. But, you know what I mean? Like, the father and the mother and all that stuff is just like, you know, what they're in agreement with or what they're not in agreement with, I don't care. That's my fucking baby, the girl. I don't care. After everything I've gone through, over the fucking Jim Jones and the CIA and all that stuff, and having to beat a life death with the world's most notorious motherfucking secret societies on Hollywood Boulevard, you know, God got me out of that. Then I went through the gang stalking program. Cars pretend like they're gonna run me over and over and over and over and over and over again at 3 in the morning.
You mean when you were walking into traffic?
Oh, yeah. She was out there. This female seen me go through all this stuff in the gang stalking program.
She wasn't out there. Was she in a bush? Behind every tree. You know, under every drain. Hiding. Just beyond every post box. There she is.
I'm just like, you know, so I'm basically like, you know.
Crazy.
You know, I'm just like, that's my fucking baby, man. I'm not gonna sit there and, you know, I mean, there's nothing I can do with that. That's on her, but I'm just saying.
There you go. Listen to this. This is what I'm talking about, man. He catches himself on what he's saying, because he knows at least once the police have watched some of his videos, because they referenced it on that day when the police were. There's a video that he did the morning after the police went round his house when he sent flowers to that girl that you can find. And in fact, I've done something about it, like done one of my videos over that video. And they reference the videos in that. He references that they talk about the videos in that video. Getting confusing. So they know about it. So he knows that they could potentially watch this, and he's being warned about that. So he has all these, you know, he quits everything. With I can't remember. My mind went completely blank there. I said he equates everything, and then I don't know what I was going to say. So, you know.
You know.
He moderates everything he says. Probably a better way of even going about that. Sorry, I don't know if you noticed, I had a pause about 5 minutes ago in which something may have been consumed. And since then, yeah, the brain's about semi-functioning.
You know, I'm just like, that's my fucking baby, man. I'm not gonna sit there and, I mean, there's nothing I can do. That's on her, but I'm just saying,
Ugh.
I'm here for her happiness. I don't give a fuck about what her family thinks the right thing for her to do is, or what the program thinks the right thing for her family to do is. I'm here. Their daughter has some sort of extremely, extremely strong pull to me, and she, for one reason or another, wants me to be there for her. But there's nothing I can do.
God.
There's no communication. I can't talk to her. She doesn't come to me. There's nothing I can do. All I can do.
It's like if Romeo and Juliet never spoke. It's just all assumed.
Is represent her fucking happiness, and be there for her, and there's no real way I can. It's just a mess, man. It's just a mess, and it's just like none of the people, like I said, none of the people out there who they get $50 to ride in the car with, or $100 to ride in the car with, or whatever they get. They're not going to do anything for her. They don't give a fuck about her. They don't love her like I do. If somebody walked up to one of them and fucking bitch slapped them, they'd probably start crying. Every single guy I've seen in pair with her looks like a bitch. Every single one of
There
them.
he goes. Remember that time when he was angry in the video? And he was like, ain't you ready? And I'll tell you some punk motherfuckers. Punk motherfuckers. This is what you get. Let's hear him.
I bet you if I just bitch slapped one of them, they'd probably run down the street crying.
Ah, shit, y'all.
I know they wouldn't do nothing to me.
World star.
That lady. So,
You fat fucking idiot. They wouldn't do nothing to you unless they jogged round you a couple of times. They'd have him like Dada 5000. 2 fucking heart attacks. Look how red he is. He's sat down.
So I'm just saying, they got her riding around with some soft ass punk bitch motherfuckers.
Punk bitch motherfucker. Who are you, mate? Who are you? The man of a million personalities? Nah, I'm gangster. Oh, I don't know if I told you. I'm gangster. Although he's pimping all these fucking stupid, naive, I shouldn't even say stupid, just poor, naive, schizophrenics and mentally ill people into giving him money for his bullshit. His fucking bullshit. His insanity. No sympathy, man. No sympathy for this guy now.
Get money off of her, and she don't even want to be doing it. See how fucked up that is?
You don't believe that, you fucking sick bastard. Wake the fuck up and stop putting these people through misery with your craziness. You're a fucking nutbag, mate. A proper nutcase. Everybody's worried about you around you, all your family. It's obvious, you know it. You know it deep down. You know you're fucking nuts. You know this whole thing's crazy. And I hope that's all it is as well. I hope this isn't all some fucking charade either. Because that's even worse. That's intentionally evil. Well, I think it doesn't even matter. Even if you are fucking crazy at this point, you're still fucking... You're just being nasty to people. You shouldn't be let out, to be honest, mate. You should be in some facility somewhere. Watering flowers. Talking about, oh, I did videos about Jim Jones once. Yeah, and I'm Abraham Lincoln. So, that's his latest video. I'll be back with more Jameel in